If you are a student, an adult, or a continuous learner and you find it difficult to retain and memorize and to learn new things, then you are at a right place. Hi, I am Dr. Aishwarya, and today we will understand how your brain functions and how effectively you can memorize and retain the stored information in your brain. So stay tuned with me till the end of the video. Learning is a skill that you are performing since your childhood. But why is it so that some people can memorize things faster while others cannot? Even when you are trying it hard, many people struggle to retain and retrieve the things that they have learned. This is because they don't understand how your brain works. So, today we will see the 5 different ways to boost your brain's ability to learn effectively. First is the attention. Take a moment and observe the movement that your hands are doing. Feel the warmth between your hands. Before saying the statement, you were not aware of your hands, but after mentioning, your attention suddenly dragged towards what I said. So what does this mean? This means that we have the ability to choose that how much attention we pay to something. When you focus on something, then that information is retained in your brain and it helps to store the information into your long-term memory. So what you can do to increase your focus or attention? First, focus on one thing at a time. Human brain can focus more effectively when one task is given to them at a time. When you do multitasking, it can cause distraction and you won't get the effective output. Secondly, is the multiple studies have shown that distraction can lead to attention deficit. So when you are studying and the notification on your mobile phone rings, then your attention drags towards the notification and you take your mobile phone and start scrolling. This ends up into wasting much of your time. So let us know how you can improve your attention. Meditation. Meditation can help you improve your attention span. Studies have shown that meditation helps the brain to calm down and build new circuits and connections, which helps in retaining the information. Second thing you can practice is exercise. When you do moderate amount of exercise, it helps your brain to create more neural connections, helps to improve the cognitive function, it improves the memory and also helps in creative thinking. The second way to boost your brain power is alertness. Do you remember studying at the last moment and then remembering that information in the exam hall? This happens because your brain is highly alert when your cortisol or stress levels are raised. Your brain can memorize the things faster when you are at fight or flight mode or when your sympathetic nervous system is more active. Here are some simple ways through which you can increase your alertness. First is the breathing techniques. Second is exercise. Again, exercise helps in building the more neural connections and making you more alert. Third is the small stresses, like you can take a small self quiz after learning a small topic. This will help you to retain the information for much longer time. Fourth is ingesting some caffeine. So studies have shown this increases the alertness. Also the studies have shown the graph that you can't be 100% alert all the time. The maximum period of alertness is up to 90 minutes. So small naps or breaks are important while learning something new. Sleep is most important for your brain to convert the short-term memory into the long-term memory. The memory that you take is stored in the hippocampus and then it gets transferred to the cerebral cortex. While you're asleep, your brain gathers all the information that you have collected and stores in the cerebral cortex. When you don't get enough sleep, then it becomes harder to form and remember new information. So sufficient amount of sleep is crucial to learn new things. Next important factor is repetition. You all have heard the proverb that practice makes the man perfect. In the same way, when you practice the same thing again and again, the neural connections in your brain becomes more strong and helps you remember better. So you must review the material at certain intervals of time for the long-term memory retention. For this, you can use spacing techniques. What actually is done in spacing techniques is you review a material that you have studied after a long interval of time. So when you do anything repeatedly, your brain gets the signal that this thing is coming up again and again, and it creates more neural connections. So we will see how repetition stores the information in the long-term memory. When you read, write, or do some new activities, that information is stored in the sensory input. And the sensory input stores this information for a temporary period of time in the short-term memory. When you don't rehearse or when you don't practice or repeat the thing again and again, then it get vanished from the hippocampus. So you have to rehearse it again and again to store that short-term memory into a long-term memory. The last is mistakes. We all have heard that people learn through their mistakes. When a person make a mistake, at that time the synapses of your brain gets fired. Synapses are the small gaps that connect the two neurons in your brain. When this occurs, the brain experiences conflict between the correct response and an error. This creates conscious attention and the error is made and further helps to correct it in the long term. Doing mistakes on a bigger platform would be much awkward. So you can try the quiz games, the flashcards, and discussing it in front of your mirror. That will help you to make mistakes in your personal space so that you can perform better in the big stage. So these are the 5 simple ways through which you can boost your learning process. Have you experienced that any of these tips helped you in your daily life to boost your learning process? Then do tell me in the comment section. If you find my video valuable, then do like, share and subscribe to my channel. Thank you.